Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making some more wax melts. I'm going to be making 12 of these little hearts, this little heart mould. The reason why is I've got a client that likes wax melts, so I'm making her a little box, a little basket up for Christmas, and I thought I'd add in this little box with some tissue paper and some of these hearts in. She likes fresh linen, fragrance oil. She's always buying the ruby linen spray in the fresh linen. But I thought today, instead of fresh linen, I'll use clean cotton. It's very similar to fresh linen. I just thought I'd give her a little bit of a change. Let her try that one. They're going to be using the double boiler method. So we're going to be water in the pan, wax in the pot, melt it down. And today also I'm going to be using container wax. Container wax is usually for candles, but today I'm going to be using them for my wax melts. The reason being is when I make my wax melts to sell, I use a container wax. I'm not going to disclose which container wax I use, but I know there's quite a few companies that use container wax now for their wax melts. The reason why I can't use it in like intricate wax, the intricate moulds, is because it's very, very soft. When I sell my wax melts, I actually put them into these little pots. These are 60-gram pots. And all you do is scoop the wax out when you want to use it. There it is. It's very soft. Scoop out what you want, put it into your burner, and off you go. Right, I'll get everything together and get going. Right, first things first, put your pot onto the scales. Turn your scales on. Make sure it's in grams, which it is. And I'm going to be making 12 of these. That's probably about 84 grams. So I'm going to just make it up to 90 just to be sure. So I'm going to pour out 90 grams of this wax. This isn't actually the usual wax that I do use for my pots. This is slightly harder than what I use, so the idea for the hearts. I have made hearts out of my wax. I usually make the hearts and give them out as little samples, so it does work. But like I say, this isn't the wax I use, but it is a container wax and it is still pretty good. So that's that all measured out. I'll go and get them in the, go and get it in the double boiler. And that's the wax in the double boiler. If you haven't seen my videos before, it's basically water in an old pan. Don't use your best pans. And then you pop your wax in inside the water. Gently warm it up to a gentle simmer and just slowly melt the wax. There's one thing I haven't said is over here I have a heat gun. These come in very handy for warming up your wax moulds. Heating up wax that's still left in your pot that's gone a bit hard, so you can wipe it out easy. So if you get right into your wax melt making, then I do highly recommend a heat gun. I'm going to be using 10% fragrance oil today. So I'll put my little glass on the scales, turn it on, make sure it's in grams. So I've used 90 grams of wax, so I'm going to need 9 grams of fragrance oil. So I'm just going to run it down a cocktail stick so I don't spill any. And there we go. 9 grams of fragrance oil. As you can see, my wax is nearly melted. Container wax does melt quicker than pillar wax. Let's give it a good stir. I've just got to keep a check on the temperature. So I'm going to stick my thermometer in there. Turn it on first, would help. And slightly tilt it to the side so it goes up the stick a bit more. Right, my wax is now up to temperature, and I'm just waiting for it to reduce down to about 67 before I add my fragrance oil. Like I say, I like to tilt my pot up so it goes, the wax goes further up the stick, so I get a better reading. You can use the digital thermometers, like the gun type, which are probably easier, to be honest. I'm not adding any colour to these because when I make the clean cotton ones, I just leave them white. So I'm going to leave these white too. Right, so I'm going to put a little sprinkle of fine glitter, biodegradable glitter, in the bottom of these. With the clean cotton, I usually just use the silver. Do a couple of extras in case I've got some over. There we go. Right, I'll check my wax. Right, my wax is at the correct temperature. I want to add my fragrance oil too. So we have the 9 grams of fragrance oil. And what we got to do now is stir it for at least 2 minutes. Alexa, time 2 minutes. Just make sure the fragrance oil is incorporated into the wax, gets into all the molecules. Right, I'll come back when I finish because there's a bit of a noise. Right, my fragrance oil is all mixed into my wax well. You've got a little bit more playtime with container wax because it doesn't set as quick as pillow wax. And now what I'm going to do is fill up each heart. Oh, didn't want to do that. Wasn't concentrating enough. Good job I did a bit extra. Oh, doing it again. It's because I keep looking at the camera to make sure you can still see me. Oh, I've done it again. Not doing very well today. I'm usually really good. Don't usually make a mess with these. Well, I would have probably made another one out of that. Well, I've got 12, and what I'll just quickly do, if I can find my little pipettes. What have I done with them? Oh, looking at me in the face. I'm gonna take some of this out. Oh, that one don't work, it's blocked. I'll obviously use that one for something else. Out of these because they'll just look a bit better. Stick that in there. You can see they're starting to set already. Well, that didn't go very well, did it? Right, they should be okay now. Take a bit out of that one. There. I'm usually pretty good at pouring the hearts, but not concentrating today. going to be one of those days, I think. Right, so that's all of them done. And I'll come back when they're all set. I won't keep wobbling the table, as you can see. And I'll show you how I unmold them and put them into the little box. And here I have all the hardened wax melts. They're all nice and set now. So I'm going to unmold them. I've snapped off the overfill, or I made a bit of a mess. But pull them away at the sides. And then just pop them out. There we go. Cute little heart wax melts. So this is container wax. As you can see, they've turned out well. This is quite a good container wax to use for wax melts actually, because it's harder than the one I use. Like I say, I just find that it tends to give off a better scent through, hot through when they're burning, when you use container wax. So I'll get these all popped out. As you can see, even though I went over the edges, you can just break off the bits on the bottom. And they look fine. There's a little bit that I had over. Right, that's all them out. So now I want to put them into this box. So what I'm going to do is get some tissue paper. Decided I'm going to use pink. Measure it out to the box. The width of the box. Double it over. Don't have to be that accurate with it. I tend to do a little bit more over, as you can see, so it goes up the sides of it. Move that out of the way. Move the wax melts out of the way. Fold it over. Make a crease and then cut up this side. Get your box. I ended up cutting a little bit more off the paper. I went a bit too far over the sides. So all you do is get your box. I might cut a bit off the length as well. It's a bit too much there. So I cut a bit off that. It into your box. As you can see, it goes up the sides a bit. Push it right in around the sides so it stays down. And what I'm going to use is some shredded tissue paper too. Put in the bottom of that. Just makes them stay in nice and secure. They don't rustle around everywhere. and it makes it look a bit more pretty. And you could use silver or gold. I decided to use pink today. You get your wax melts and you just pop them in your box. So you can get 12 in these boxes. They fit nicely, as you can see. And all you do is fold your tissue paper over, tuck it down the sides. Move the top over, tuck that down into the sides, try and get it neat. It's not always that easy, it can be quite fiddly. And then in here somewhere, I'll fold it. I've got a sticker. That onto the top, keeps that nice and secure. Close it all up, and that's them all nice and secure in the box. To make it look a bit more pretty, again on the outside I've measured out some ribbon using pink so it matches the inside. What I do, wrap it around, cross it over underneath. Oops, this can be quite fiddly. Turn it back over to the top. And then tie a bow. I'm going to actually do it over to one side of it, over to the left side, so I can get my stickers on here on this side. Tying the bows is a thing I hate. Trying to get them neat. I've tried doing double loops. And just the normal way of tying a bow. Oh, see what I mean? I will get it done. Make sure your ribbon's quite long, so you got more to play with. If anybody's got any tips, let me know. Easier way of tying bows. If you can hear anything, it sounds like there's a plane doing tricks or something outside. I live quite near a barracks, so get a lot of the military planes flying over. Haha! Well, that's good enough. What I'll do then, I could have done with that one a bit longer, but it's going to be okay. Let's fold that in half. Like that. And then these scissors aren't very sharp. Snip a triangle out like that. Oh, that wasn't very good. But you get the idea. Fold that one in half. Go more at an angle. There, that one's better. And there's the bow. Makes it look a bit more pretty. And all I'll do then is stick the labels on. It's clean cotton. I don't know how to put them on the top or the bottom. I might put them on the bottom. Showing what's inside. And over on the back, the COP label. Down in this corner. And there we go. Box of 12 wax melts. Smelling lovely. All ready to go into the basket for my client. Ready to go in with her, I've bought her a few toiletries and that. I might pop in a wax warmer as well, all ready for Christmas. And so I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you again soon. So bye bye for now.